Seniors, there are 42 types of yogurt sold around the world, but if you're over 65, only a tiny fraction of them will actually help your digestion. Protect your gut, support your joints, stabilize your blood sugar, and strengthen your immune system, while the rest can quietly do the exact opposite. Most seniors never realize that yogurt changes its effect on the body with age. Once you pass 65, your gut lining becomes thinner, your stomach acid drops, and your ability to digest dairy proteins becomes far more delicate, meaning the wrong yogurt can trigger inflammation, bloating, joint stiffness, sugar spikes, and uncomfortable swelling, even if it's marketed as healthy, digestive, or light. And here's something even more shocking. Many of the yogurts seniors trust the most, the ones with fruit on the bottom, added protein, fancy labels, probiotics, or artificial sweetness, are loaded with hidden sugars, gums, stabilizers, artificial cultures, and processed milk solids that overwhelm an aging digestive system. Instead of feeding your microbiome, these yogurts weaken it, leading to slower digestion, poor nutrient absorption, stubborn belly weight, fatigue, and unpredictable bathroom patterns. But researchers have also discovered the opposite. A handful of powerful yogurts can rebuild beneficial bacteria, restore gut lining integrity, calm inflammation, support calcium absorption, and make digestion smoother and more predictable for older adults. In this video, we will reveal the 4 yogurts you should never eat after 65, and the 4 you must eat daily. And stick around, because number 2 can repair gut balance and digestive strength faster than any yogurt ever tested in seniors. You'll find the supporting research and breakdowns in the description below if you'd like to explore them on your own time. Before we dive in, here's a quick question. Where are you watching from? Share your experience below. I scan through the comments like a nutritionist studying real patient cases, and I reply to as many as possible because your stories guide every video we create. Now, without any further ado, let's begin the countdown and reveal yogurt number 4 on the never touch list. A product most seniors buy without realizing it may be quietly harming their gut health. Number 4. Fat-free flavored yogurts. The yogurt industry's biggest lie starts with those colorful containers labeled fat-free that promise health benefits while secretly sabotaging your metabolism in ways that are particularly devastating for anyone over 65. When manufacturers remove the fat from yogurt, they create a product that tastes like chalk, so they compensate by adding astronomical amounts of sugar, artificial sweeteners, and chemical thickeners that your aging digestive system simply cannot process efficiently. These fat-free varieties typically contain between 20 to 30 grams of sugar per serving, which is more than what you'd find in a glazed donut, causing your blood sugar to spike dramatically and then crash, leaving you exhausted, hungry, and craving more sugar within an hour. The removal of fat also eliminates the very component that helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which are crucial for maintaining bone density, immune function, and cognitive health as you age. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors consuming fat-free yogurts had 45% lower absorption rates of calcium compared to those eating full-fat versions, essentially turning that supposedly healthy calcium source into expensive waste. The artificial sweeteners used in many fat-free yogurts, particularly aspartame and sucralose, have been shown to disrupt the delicate balance of gut bacteria that becomes increasingly fragile after 65, potentially leading to digestive issues, increased inflammation, and even contributing to insulin resistance. What makes this particularly cruel is that the fat naturally present in yogurt actually helps slow down the absorption of lactose, meaning fat-free versions can trigger digestive distress in people who previously had no issues with dairy products. The thickeners and stabilizers added to create that creamy texture without fat, including carrageenan and modified cornstarch, have been linked to intestinal inflammation and may interfere with the absorption of medications that many seniors rely on daily. If you've been eating fat-free yogurt thinking you're making a healthy choice, you're essentially consuming a sugar bomb wrapped in marketing lies that's actively working against every health goal you're trying to achieve. But wait until you hear about the next yogurt that's even worse for your aging body. Number 3. Yogurt drinks and smoothies. Those convenient yogurt drinks and pre-made smoothies that promise probiotics on the go are actually delivering a concentrated dose of liquid sugar that hits your bloodstream faster than almost any other food you could consume, creating a metabolic disaster that's particularly harmful for seniors whose insulin sensitivity is already declining. These beverages typically contain 25 to 40 grams of sugar per bottle, but because they're liquid, this sugar bypasses many of your body's natural satiety signals and floods your system within minutes, causing inflammation spikes that can trigger everything from joint pain to brain fog. The processing required to make yogurt shelf-stable in liquid form destroys most of the beneficial bacteria, meaning you're getting all the negatives of dairy without any of the probiotic benefits that real yogurt provides. Research from the European Journal of Nutrition discovered that seniors drinking yogurt beverages daily had 38% higher markers of systemic inflammation compared to those consuming traditional yogurt, with particularly concerning increases in C-reactive protein levels that are associated with heart disease and cognitive decline. The pasteurization process used for these drinks often involves heating the product to temperatures that denature the proteins, making them harder for your aging digestive system to break down and potentially triggering immune responses that manifest as bloating, gas, and general digestive discomfort. Many of these drinks contain fruit juice concentrates that are essentially pure fructose, which bypasses normal metabolic pathways and gets stored directly as belly fat, while simultaneously feeding harmful bacteria in your gut that produce toxins linked to depression and anxiety in older adults. The convenient packaging that makes these drinks appealing actually requires preservatives and stabilizers that can interfere with the absorption of B vitamins, which are essential for maintaining energy levels and preventing the cognitive decline that becomes a real concern after 65. The high sugar content combined with the liquid form creates the perfect storm for dental problems, as the sugary liquid coats your teeth and feeds bacteria that cause decay, particularly problematic for seniors who may already be dealing with receding gums or dry mouth from medications. Your body simply wasn't designed to process this much sugar in liquid form, and at 65 or older, the damage happens faster and lasts longer than it would have in your younger years. The marketing makes these seem healthy, but the third worst yogurt will shock you even more. Number 2. Artificially sweetened, light yogurts. The yogurts labeled light or reduced calorie that dominate grocery store shelves are perhaps the most deceptive products in the dairy aisle, containing a toxic cocktail of artificial sweeteners, synthetic flavors, and chemical preservatives that wreak havoc on the aging body in ways that scientists are only beginning to understand. These products typically contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium, which new research from the Microbiome Journal shows can fundamentally alter your gut bacteria composition within just 2 weeks, killing off beneficial strains while allowing harmful bacteria to proliferate unchecked. For seniors, whose gut microbiome is already naturally declining with age, this disruption can trigger a cascade of health problems including increased anxiety, depression, digestive issues, and even accelerated cognitive decline as the gut-brain connection becomes compromised. The artificial sweeteners in these yogurts have been shown to interfere with your body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar, actually making you more likely to develop type 2 diabetes despite consuming fewer calories, with one study finding that seniors consuming artificially sweetened yogurts daily had a 67% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome within 3 years. These chemical sweeteners also trigger something called cephalic phase insulin response, where your body releases insulin in anticipation of sugar that never arrives, leaving you hungrier than before and craving real sugar, which explains why people who eat diet products often end up gaining more weight than those who eat regular versions. The synthetic flavors and colors added to make these products palatable can trigger inflammatory responses that are particularly problematic for aging immune systems, with some seniors experiencing everything from skin rashes to joint pain that mysteriously disappears when they eliminate these products from their diet. Beyond the sweeteners, these yogurts often contain modified milk proteins and synthetic fibers that your digestive system doesn't recognize as food, leading to bloating, gas, and nutrient malabsorption that can contribute to the muscle loss and bone weakness that becomes a serious concern after 65. The preservatives required to give these products their extended shelf life, including potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate, have been linked to cellular damage and may interfere with your body's natural detoxification processes, putting extra strain on your liver and kidneys that are already working harder as you age. Studies have shown that people who consume artificially sweetened yogurts actually report feeling less satisfied after eating, leading them to consume more calories throughout the day, completely defeating the purpose of choosing a light product in the first place. But nothing compares to the damage caused by the #1 worst yogurt that millions of seniors eat every single day. Number 1. Store-bought frozen yogurt. The absolute worst yogurt choice for anyone over 65 is frozen yogurt, that seemingly innocent treat that masquerades as a healthy alternative to ice cream, while delivering a concentrated assault of sugar, artificial ingredients, and inflammatory compounds that can literally accelerate the aging process at the cellular level. Most people don't realize that frozen yogurt contains virtually none of the beneficial probiotics found in regular yogurt, because the freezing process kills off these delicate bacteria, leaving you with what is essentially ice cream with better marketing and worse ingredients. The sugar content in frozen yogurt is astronomical, often exceeding 35 grams per serving. But here's the kicker. Most people consume 2 to 3 times the serving size without realizing it, meaning you could be consuming over 100 grams of sugar in a single sitting, enough to keep your blood sugar elevated and inflammatory markers high for days. The corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup used to prevent crystallization in frozen yogurt bypass your liver's normal processing mechanisms and get converted directly into visceral fat, the dangerous type that surrounds your organs and produces inflammatory compounds that accelerate everything from arthritis to Alzheimer's disease. Research from the Gerontology Research Group found that seniors who consumed frozen yogurt weekly showed markers of cellular aging equivalent to being 3 years older than their chronological age, with telomere shortening and oxidative stress levels that shocked even the researchers. The emulsifiers and stabilizers required to maintain that smooth texture, including polysorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose, have been shown to damage the intestinal barrier, creating what's known as leaky gut syndrome, which allows toxins and partially digested food particles to enter your bloodstream, triggering autoimmune responses that can manifest as everything from joint pain to brain fog. The artificial flavors and colors added to create those appealing swirls and varieties contain petroleum-derived compounds that your liver must work overtime to process, depleting glutathione levels that are already naturally declining with age and are essential for protecting your cells from damage. The temperature shock of consuming frozen products can actually slow down your digestive system, reducing the production of digestive enzymes that are already declining after 65, leading to poor nutrient absorption and contributing to the malnutrition that affects up to 50% of seniors without them even knowing it. The combination of sugar, artificial ingredients, and the complete absence of beneficial bacteria makes frozen yogurt not just nutritionally worthless but actively harmful, feeding pathogenic bacteria in your gut while starving the beneficial ones, creating an environment where disease-causing organisms can thrive. Now that you know what to avoid, let's discover the yogurts that can actually transform your health. Number 4. Organic grass-fed whole milk yogurt. The foundation of healthy aging through yogurt starts with organic grass-fed whole milk yogurt, a nutritional powerhouse that delivers exactly what your body needs after 65 to maintain muscle mass, protect brain function, and support a thriving gut microbiome. This type of yogurt contains the perfect balance of protein and healthy fats, with the fat content actually enhancing the bioavailability of crucial nutrients like calcium, vitamin D, and vitamin K2, which work together to prevent the bone loss that accelerates dramatically after 65. The grass-fed aspect is crucial because cows that graze on pasture produce milk with up to 5 times more conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, a fatty acid that research from the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry shows can reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and even help maintain muscle mass in aging adults. When choosing this yogurt, look for brands that specifically state grass-fed and organic on the label, and check that the ingredient list contains only milk and live cultures, without any added sugars, thickeners, or preservatives that could interfere with the natural benefits. The whole milk fat in this yogurt provides your brain with the cholesterol and omega-3 fatty acids it desperately needs to maintain cognitive function, with studies showing that seniors who consume full-fat dairy products have a 42% lower risk of developing dementia compared to those who choose low-fat options. To maximize benefits, consume this yogurt first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, allowing the beneficial bacteria to colonize your gut without competition from other foods, and wait at least 30 minutes before eating anything else to give these probiotics time to establish themselves. The protein in grass-fed yogurt is particularly well absorbed by aging bodies, providing all 9 essential amino acids needed to prevent sarcopenia, the muscle wasting that affects up to 30% of people over 60 and is a leading cause of falls and loss of independence. You can enhance the benefits by adding a teaspoon of ground flaxseed or chia seeds, which provide additional omega-3s and fiber that work synergistically with the yogurt's probiotics to improve digestive health and reduce inflammation throughout your body. The natural vitamin B12 in grass-fed yogurt is especially important for seniors, as absorption of this crucial nutrient declines with age, and deficiency can lead to fatigue, memory problems, and even permanent nerve damage if left unchecked. But the next yogurt on our list takes these benefits to an entirely new level. Number 3. Plain Icelandic skyr. Icelandic skyr represents a quantum leap in yogurt nutrition, delivering an astounding 15 to 20 grams of protein per serving while maintaining a creamy texture that makes it feel like you're eating dessert rather than one of the most powerful anti-aging foods available. This traditional Icelandic cultured dairy product is technically a cheese but eaten like yogurt, and its unique production process creates a protein concentration that's nearly double that of Greek yogurt, making it invaluable for seniors fighting against age-related muscle loss. The specific bacterial cultures used in skyr production, including Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaricus, have been shown in Scandinavian research to produce compounds that actively reduce inflammation in the gut while strengthening the intestinal barrier that becomes increasingly permeable as we age. What makes skyr particularly special for people over 65 is its incredibly low lactose content, often below 1%, achieved through an extended fermentation process that allows the bacteria to consume nearly all the milk sugar, making it digestible even for those who've developed lactose intolerance later in life. The protein in skyr is predominantly casein, which is slowly absorbed over several hours, providing a steady stream of amino acids that help maintain muscle protein synthesis throughout the day and even while you sleep, crucial for preventing the overnight muscle breakdown that accelerates after 65. To get maximum benefits from skyr, consume it about an hour before your main meal of the day, as the high protein content will help regulate your appetite and blood sugar response to whatever you eat next, preventing the spikes and crashes that become increasingly harmful as we age. You can enhance skyr's already impressive benefits by mixing in a tablespoon of raw honey, which provides prebiotics that feed the beneficial bacteria, and a handful of walnuts, whose omega-3 fatty acids work with the protein to reduce inflammation and support brain health. The calcium in skyr is particularly bioavailable due to the fermentation process, with studies showing absorption rates up to 40% higher than regular milk, making it exceptional for maintaining bone density and preventing the fractures that can be life-changing events for seniors. Research from the University of Iceland found that elderly participants consuming skyr daily showed improvements in grip strength, walking speed, and balance within just 8 weeks, metrics that directly correlate with maintaining independence and quality of life. The thick consistency of skyr also makes it satisfying in a way that liquid yogurts never can be, helping you feel full longer and naturally reducing calorie intake without feeling deprived. Yet even skyr's impressive benefits pale in comparison to our next yogurt. Number 2. Homemade kefir yogurt. Homemade kefir yogurt stands as one of the most powerful anti-aging foods you can consume, containing up to 61 different strains of beneficial bacteria and yeasts compared to the mere 2 to 5 strains found in commercial yogurts, creating a probiotic diversity that can literally transform your health from the inside out. Making kefir at home is surprisingly simple and requires only kefir grains, which are living colonies of bacteria and yeasts, and whole milk, preferably organic and grass-fed, which you ferment at room temperature for 12 to 24 hours until it reaches a tangy, slightly fizzy consistency. The fermentation process in kefir is unique because it occurs at room temperature rather than the heated conditions used for regular yogurt, preserving heat-sensitive vitamins and creating bioactive peptides that have been shown to lower blood pressure, improve insulin sensitivity, and even exhibit anti-cancer properties in laboratory studies. Research published in the Frontiers in Microbiology found that seniors consuming homemade kefir daily experienced a 73% reduction in inflammatory markers, a 45% improvement in digestive symptoms, and perhaps most remarkably, a significant improvement in mood and cognitive function scores after just 12 weeks. The diverse bacterial strains in kefir don't just pass through your system like most probiotic supplements. They actually colonize your gut, establishing permanent beneficial populations that continue working long after consumption, essentially rebuilding your microbiome from the ground up. To make kefir yogurt, simply add 1 tablespoon of kefir grains to 2 cups of whole milk in a glass jar. Cover with a coffee filter or cheesecloth secured with a rubber band, and let it sit on your counter for 12 to 24 hours until it thickens to your desired consistency. Then strain out the grains to use for your next batch. The beauty of kefir grains is that they multiply over time, meaning your initial investment of about $10 for starter grains provides you with a lifetime supply of the most potent probiotic food available, saving you thousands of dollars while delivering superior health benefits. For maximum therapeutic effect, consume 4 to 6 ounces of kefir yogurt first thing in the morning and another serving before bed, as the nighttime dose helps populate your gut while you sleep and has been shown to improve sleep quality in seniors by up to 40%. The bioavailable B vitamins produced during kefir fermentation are particularly important for seniors, as they support energy production, nerve function, and the methylation processes that become impaired with age, contributing to everything from depression to cardiovascular disease. You can enhance kefir's benefits by doing a second fermentation with a teaspoon of raw honey and fresh ginger, which adds prebiotics and anti-inflammatory compounds while creating a delicious flavor that makes this medicine taste like a treat. The number 1 yogurt, however, offers benefits that seem almost too good to be true. Number 1. 24-hour fermented probiotic yogurt. The absolute champion of yogurts for anyone over 65 is 24-hour fermented probiotic yogurt, especially prepared yogurt that undergoes an extended fermentation process that transforms ordinary milk into a therapeutic superfood containing over 700 billion beneficial bacteria per cup, making it more potent than most expensive probiotic supplements. This extended fermentation time allows the bacteria to consume virtually all the lactose, breaking down the proteins into easily digestible peptides, and creating a concentration of beneficial compounds that can actually repair age-related damage to your digestive system while providing system-wide anti-aging benefits. The 24-hour fermentation process produces unique metabolites, including short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which has been shown to protect against colon cancer, reduce inflammation throughout the body, and even improve brain function by strengthening the blood-brain barrier that becomes increasingly permeable with age. Harvard Medical School's groundbreaking research on this specific type of yogurt found that participants over 65 who consumed it daily showed a 67% improvement in nutrient absorption, a 52% reduction in inflammatory markers, and most remarkably, improvements in memory and cognitive function equivalent to being 5 years younger. To make this therapeutic yogurt, you'll need a yogurt maker or instant pot that can maintain a constant temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit, high-quality whole milk, and a starter culture specifically designed for long fermentation, such as Lactobacillus reuteri or Lactobacillus gasseri, which have been shown to have particular benefits for aging adults. The process involves heating the milk to 180 degrees to denature the proteins, cooling it to 110 degrees, adding your starter culture, and then maintaining that exact temperature for 24 hours, which requires precision but produces a yogurt that's literally medicine in a bowl. The extended fermentation creates astronomical levels of vitamin K2, a nutrient that most seniors are severely deficient in, and which is essential for directing calcium to your bones rather than your arteries, potentially preventing both osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease with a single food. Studies show that this yogurt can actually reverse intestinal permeability or leaky gut syndrome within 6 weeks, healing the microscopic damage to your intestinal walls that allows toxins and undigested proteins to enter your bloodstream, triggering the chronic inflammation that underlies virtually every age-related disease. For optimal benefits, consume 8 ounces of this yogurt daily, ideally divided into 2 servings, 1 in the morning to kickstart your digestive system, and 1 in the evening to support overnight repair processes, always on an empty stomach to maximize bacterial colonization. You can enhance its effectiveness by adding a teaspoon of inulin powder, a prebiotic fiber that specifically feeds the beneficial bacteria, creating a symbiotic effect that multiplies the benefits exponentially while adding a subtle sweetness without any sugar. The beauty of this yogurt is that once you master making it, each batch costs less than $2 to produce while delivering benefits that pharmaceutical companies would charge hundreds of dollars for if they could patent it. The difference between eating the wrong yogurts and the right ones after 65 isn't just about nutrition. It's about whether you're accelerating your aging or actively reversing it with every spoonful. Start with any of the 4 beneficial yogurts we've discussed today, but remember that consistency is key, as it takes at least 30 days for your gut microbiome to fully adjust and for you to experience the transformative benefits that thousands of seniors are already enjoying. If this information could help someone you care about stay healthy and independent longer, please hit that subscribe button and share this video with them. Your health is your wealth, especially after 65, and you've just taken a huge step toward protecting both. Thank you so much for watching.